Growing up, running around barefoot in my father's cabinet shop, surrounded by the smell of wood and the feel of sawdust between my toes, I always knew I had the talent of working with furniture in my bones. In fact, for many generations past, my father's family has been involved in the craft. So naturally, I took an interest in it as well, and today I'd like to share that interest with you all by informing you of the different aspects of refurbishing old furniture. I'd like to touch on the benefits of restoring furniture, the types of restorations, and the styles that furniture have. I was practically raised in a cabinet shop, and in my spare time I like to work on upcycle projects of my own, so I know the ins and outs of recycling furniture. Now, we've all done a DIY project of our own here and there, but does anyone really know the nitty-gritty details of the benefits restoring old furniture have? Let me be the one to touch on these benefits for you real quick. First of all, it's been proven through scientific data that it can reduce the carbon footprint. Restoring old furniture also gives you the new look that you love for a fraction of the cost. So if you go to a flea market or a yard sale, you can find a piece that you like, fix it up, and it becomes a piece that you love for way cheaper than you would have found it in stores. Restoring furniture also helps to reduce waste and to save on resources, because you're essentially taking something that someone was going to throw away and you're giving it a new life. Now, my favorite benefit is that it provides more community involvement. This is because more people are getting involved in DIY projects, and they like sharing these projects with each other, so it brings everyone closer together. Now that you know why refurbishing and upcycling is so beneficial, let me take a look at the different types of furniture restoration. When you're reinventing an old piece, there are a couple ways you can go about this. Most common is by applying a fresh coat of paint. You can do this through sanding the piece first, and then you want to fill in any dents or holes that you see with a type of putty. Once you've done this, you need to first apply a base coat of primer before you paint it. That way the paint goes on smooth and stays on strong. Another method of renovation is just through changing the fabric of a cushion. This is a piece that I've done fairly often. Last but not least, you can recreate the piece entirely, and this is something that you see on HGTV's Flea Market Flip, where they take a random item and turn it into something that anyone can use in their home. Now, believe it or not, but these different types of restorations can be made to feature different styles of furniture. Different styles of furniture are similar to genres of music. They're thought of as the distinct characteristics that appear in the design. Let me break it down for you. Antique and vintage are similar, and they're often confused as the same. However, there are certain aspects that set them apart. Antique furniture features pieces that are at least 100 years old, and are usually sold by experienced dealers who can vouch for their authenticity. Vintage furniture, however, is considered to be less than 100 years old and is easily identified as having belonged to a certain time period. Traditional and rustic both create a warm, comfortable environment, but rustic is relaxed, while traditional is more formal. Traditional is actually an elaborate style influenced by the Victorian era, so it features graceful, delicate details. Rustic furniture, however, is usually worn and features animal hides, leather, and rough woods, so it shows a sort of cabin feel. Modern and contemporary are the closest in time period and design, yet contemporary refers to styles from the 20th century up to today, and modern originated back in the late 19th century. Modern combines the look of leather, steel, vinyl, and plastics to create a refined, sleek look. Contemporary is usually described as having a clean and simple style. Now, later when you get home, take a look around your house and see if you can pick out the different styles of furniture that you have. So now that you have a better idea of the ins and outs of refurbishing, you can take what you've learned and try your own hand at upcycling. But before I go, I'll leave you with this. Picture in your mind that you're walking through the booths at a flea market. You see all the distinct pieces with their different styles that were once treasures to someone. Now they look sad and wasted away. But then you see the most intriguing chest of drawers. When you walk up to it, you learn that it is over 100 years old. In your mind, you see yourself giving this new piece a brand new look. Maybe some new paint, some new hardware, and wow, you've managed to bring this beautiful chest with so many stories back to life. So now you can take it home and fill it with your own memories.